This video is to help everybody navigate our free public crime map. It's about 5 minutes long because there are so many great features to look at. So let's get started. Just do a Google search or whatever browser you like to use. Type in Raids Online. It'll take you to a page where you can select any state that utilizes the system, territories in Canada. We're just going to click on Kansas. Click on Newton, and it'll go to a default view of town. If you want to see a specific address, you can just go up and to the left. In fact, all of the controls will be on the left-hand side. Let's say 1000 North Main, Newton, Kansas. It'll put a little pin at that location, and the reason why it's important to select an address is because you can turn on a buffer zone. Say, maybe this is where your kid goes to daycare and you want to see the type of crime that happens around that location. You can turn on a buffer, and that's adjustable from anywhere from 500 feet to 5 miles. Let's leave it at about a half mile. Say you just want to see crimes in that buffer. This next tab is where you can select what types of crimes. Let's see everything. We can select all. I want to see everything that happens around the location where our hypothetical kid goes to daycare. If you go up here to the top, you can see a list of all of the crimes. You can see some analytics where the types of crimes, when they occur. This is time of day, day of week. Get in there and explore that. Okay, we're going to zoom in here real quick so we can see the actual locations that the crime occur. But let me get rid of that and turn on offenders. If this is where my kid goes to daycare, I want to see what registered offenders are in the area. So I can turn off crime, turn on offenders. It'll take just a few seconds to load that information. Okay. Now we can go through each one of these. Click on the person. It can tell us, gives a picture of the registered offender, their name, the address where they live, and the crime that they've been convicted of. So that way we know what's going on, who's around, the people in our neighborhood, or maybe where our children are going to be. We're going to turn crime back on. We can adjust the date to a specific day, or we can select, say, a 28-day period. I'm going to turn off that buffer so we can look back at the entire city of Newton. And then let's go down here to our analytic layers on this left-hand side. We can now do a density map and see where crime is most prevalent. Let me turn off those pins so we can see a little bit better. So that's all crime. You can see the downtown corridors where most crime occurs in Newton, but maybe we're just interested in robberies, burglaries, and our theft offenses. Okay, so I'm going to put those pins and come back and recalculate a density. I'm going to turn them off, and you can see that it's changed somewhat. It's still pretty heavy downtown, but you know, we can see how it's affected our neighborhood. Now, another very cool feature of this is you can sign up for crime alerts. Fill out your information. You can select how far away from your house you want to see these reports and how frequently you want to receive these emails. And what it'll do is send you kind of like a little neighborhood watch report. Every morning I get mine and I see what's happened in my neighborhood, if there's been some car burglaries or some drug arrests, things like that. And then what I can do is go to my neighborhood, Let me turn off this density map. And I'm just going to pick a neighborhood in town. Let's say, oh, right up here, the west part of town. So maybe I can look at what's going on in my neighborhood. Let's see, there was a robbery in this area. Let's see, there was a theft in this area. It doesn't give the exact address, just the block. Maybe I know something about it. I can click on this submit an anonymous tip, and it takes me back to the Citizen Observer page that's exactly the same as the link on our Facebook page. Fill out your information. It's 100% anonymous. But the beauty of this system is you give some information that the officer needs clarified. He can type a message back to you, and you guys can do this two-way conversation just like a text message on your phone. That way we can be sure of the information we're getting and try to help the victim in the case. So really good tool. Please utilize that. Anyway, there's a brief overview of our Raids Online map. One last thing is maybe you have family in Manhattan, Kansas. Maybe you have family in East Hampton, New York. You can go to their community and do the exact same thing. See what's going on in their neighborhood. So again, really great tool. Please use it. And if you have any questions, you can contact Sergeant Brian Hall with the Newton Police Department, and I'll try to clarify it for you. Thanks.